Gold Rush. Parker's Trail Season 4 filming in Australia recently. TV show's Ace revealed that Gold Rush star, Parker Schnebel, was headed to Australia to gold mine for Parker's Trail. He and his team are there, and John Schnebel's grandson has found some pretty huge chunks of gold. Although Gold Rush Season 12 just started airing on Discovery in October, Parker's 2019 Klondike season is over. In mid-October, TV show's Ace reported that Parker and his trail gang are all headed to Australia to film the 4th season of Gold Rush. Parker's Trail. Gold Rush. Parker's Trail, or as Parker calls it, the trail is Parker's side project with Discovery. He gets to visit some pretty cool places, all for the love of gold mining. He told Monsters and Critics that he wanted to search for gold somewhere new. Unfortunately, those places that are rich with gold are not the safest places in the world. This is how they wound up in Australia. But there are other dangers there, as he explains that there are more laws, regulations, and enforcement in Australia than in the other countries we've been to. Parker's group will venture all over Australia seeking gold. It looks like he has already found a golden treasure. Parker shared an Instagram post of himself holding up 2 gigantic gold nuggets. Wow! Could this be Parker's biggest stash ever? In the first 3-episode series, he honored his beloved grandpa, John Schnebel, by going old-school Alaskan mining. Parker, along with Rick Ness, Carla Ann, and cameraman James Lavelle, took the old mining trail, like the gold miners of old. We watched Rick Ness huff and puff his way through this grueling adventure. But they made it, and there was even time to mine old style and get some gold. In the 2nd season, Parker and the gang headed out to the jungles of Guyana. Everyone knows what a disaster this was for Todd Hoffman's team, so the question was whether Parker could do better. Of course he did. Parker was trained by the best, John Schnebel. Carla Ann was back, as was Rick, although he had just left Parker's crew to head out on his own in the Klondike. But apparently things with James Lavelle didn't go so great, so there was a new cameraman, Sam Brown. He got to film Parker in the throes of some absolutely awful jungle bug, in between mining in this gold-rich but challenging country. Last season, things got super personal as Parker and crew went to Papua New Guinea. This is where John Schnebel had been stationed during World War II. Parker wanted to go there to mine and to fill in some blanks in John's past. Rick Ness did not join him in this trip, but instead, Fred Lewis, who was a Special Forces medic, came in. Along with Sam and Carla Ann, the team had quite an adventure. Although Parker's social media has given us glimpses into his Aussie adventure, we will have to wait until the spring 2020 before we see Season 4. Gold Rush fans, are you getting excited for Parker's Trail Season 4? Be sure to check back with TV show's Ace for the latest Gold Rush news. Gold Rush airs on Discovery on Fridays. Georgia Macchiatallo has several decades of writing experience, including travel writing, tech writing, art history analysis, and now entertainment writing. She loves to share the latest news on rom-coms and mysteries. Gold Rush. Parker's Trail Season 4 filming in Australia. An exploration of new frontiers. Introduction. The world of gold mining is a realm where grit, determination, and a fair share of fortune converge. For fans of Discovery Channel's Gold Rush, few names have become as synonymous with success in this high-stakes industry as Parker Schnebel. Known for his relentless work ethic and a knack for uncovering hidden riches, Parker's journey has captivated audiences since his appearance on the show's early seasons. However, in Season 4 of Gold Rush, Parker's Trail, the stakes have never been higher, as Parker ventures beyond the familiar landscapes of Alaska and Canada to a completely new and unpredictable frontier, Australia. Australia's gold mining history dates back to the 19th century, when the discovery of gold in the Australian colonies triggered massive migrations and the birth of a thriving mining culture. Today, Australia remains one of the world's largest gold producers. For Parker and his team, heading to the land down under in search of gold represents both a bold new challenge and an opportunity to tap into a rich historical legacy. This season's filming not only explores the untapped potential of Australian gold, but also offers a glimpse into the unique mining practices that differ drastically from those Parker and his team have experienced up until now. The concept of Parker's Trailet, the heart of Gold Rush. Parker's Trail is a simple yet thrilling premise. Parker Schnabel ventures beyond the confines of his typical mining operations to take on new, unfamiliar terrains. Each season of Parker's Trail sees Parker and his team travel to different locations, often exploring the natural challenges, cultural significance, and historical context of gold mining in that region. The first season took Parker to South America's infamous gold mines, while the second season saw him and his team traversing the rugged wilderness of Papua New Guinea. Season 3 featured an epic journey through the challenging terrain of Guyana, where the team tackled the dense Amazon rainforest. Season 4's decision to head to Australia is a strategic shift. With the Australian gold mining industry growing rapidly and offering a wealth of opportunities, it made perfect sense for Parker to take on this adventure. Australia's unique mix of modern and historical gold mining methods provided an entirely new set of obstacles and learning opportunities for Parker. From the outback to the lush rainforests of the east, Australia is a land of extreme contrasts, both in geography and in the gold mining methods used by locals. Setting the stage. Why Australia for Parker? Australia was an appealing destination due to the sheer potential the country has in terms of gold reserves. Australia consistently ranks as one of the top gold-producing countries in the world, and its historical significance in gold mining cannot be overstated. The country's gold rush of the 1850s led to an influx of miners and settlers, shaping the national identity and economy. Today, the gold mining industry remains a major contributor to the Australian economy, with the country producing more than 300 tons of gold annually. The vastness of the Australian outback, combined with its rich mining legacy, created an exciting opportunity for Parker and his team to dig into the country's gold-filled past. For the show, this meant traveling to remote parts of Australia where gold had been mined for generations. While much of the gold mined in the 19th century was extracted using rudimentary methods, modern mining practices in Australia have become increasingly sophisticated. Exploring these areas gave Parker a chance to compare these new techniques with the methods he's used in Alaska and Canada. What made the Australian setting particularly interesting for Parker was the combination of history and modernity. Australia's mining operations balance state-of-the-art technology with methods passed down through generations, including old-school sluicing and panning techniques. The challenge for Parker was not only to find new gold, but to figure out how to adapt his own methods to this entirely different environment. Filming in Australia. The challenge of filming Gold Rush. Parker's Trail in Australia came with its own unique set of challenges. The extreme temperatures of the outback, the dense vegetation of the rainforests, and the rough terrain posed considerable difficulties for the crew. Filming in remote locations can be grueling for any production, but Australia's climate and landscape threw extra hurdles in their path. During filming, temperatures in the outback can soar to over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius, with intense sun and little to no shade, making working conditions difficult for Parker's crew. In addition to the oppressive heat, the geography of the Australian landscape presented challenges of its own. Australia is home to a diverse set of environments, from the desolate red sands of the outback to the dense rainforests of the eastern coast. These different ecosystems meant that Parker and his team had to adapt to varied mining techniques suited for each environment. The harsh, dry conditions of the outback made traditional gold mining methods like panning and sluicing more effective, while the wet and humid rainforests required more advanced equipment to deal with the abundance of water sources. Additionally, Australia's wildlife posed its own risks and obstacles. Known for its venomous snakes, spiders, and insects, Australia's fauna could present dangers for the unwary, adding an element of tension to the already high-stakes work of gold mining. The film crew had to be cautious in dealing with the local wildlife while simultaneously focusing on the challenges of the task at hand. Despite these hurdles, the production team persevered, ensuring the raw, gritty nature of the gold mining process was captured authentically. The difficulties faced by Parker and his team during filming were not just narrative obstacles. They also served as a reminder of the real-life dangers miners face every day in their quest for gold. The unique gold mining practices of Australia are of the highlights of Gold Rush. Parker's Trail in Season 4 is the exploration of Australian gold mining practices, which differ significantly from what Parker is accustomed to in North America. Historically, the Australian gold rush saw the use of basic tools like picks and shovels, but as the industry evolved, so did the methods used to extract gold. Today, Australian miners rely on advanced equipment, such as high-tech machinery, large